Hey everybody, thanks for checking back. Today I'm sitting down with my friend Barry Lieberman, who is a psychiatrist, and we are answering your questions about psychiatry, medication, and more. So stay tuned. If someone makes an appointment to see a psychiatrist, what do they expect? How long do you see them? Is there a ton of paperwork to fill out? All of that jazz. What kind of questions are you going to ask?
Well, the difference is what they expect and what they actually get is often different. Because people often expect some little man in a white coat who's just going to stare at them like a fish, and they're going to be scared to death.
I don't think I've seen a psychiatrist wearing a white coat in all of my years. Maybe in the hospital.
I kept one here for years just for the fun of it, to take one out and to intimidate somebody who was already here.
I could see you doing that, yeah.
On their second appointment. I need to wear this now.
Now we're getting serious.
That's right. But in fact, most people who go to a psychiatrist, yes, they will often fill out a form and their medical history. I don't do that because I'd rather ask the questions myself and do a more focused personal interview. But you usually want to know about the person, the history of their problem, and you want to know about their medical conditions and stuff like that. But typically a first session should and always should be at least nearly an hour to really get to know what's going on with that person.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that I'm sure you feel this way, but sometimes, especially first appointments, an hour goes by like boom, and I can barely get a full history of, if we're talking about like work or school issues or family history or medical history. An hour isn't really very long.
No, it isn't. And in fact, it really isn't any different for a psychiatrist and a psychotherapist. We're looking for the same things. The additional thing is the psychiatrist might be a little bit more interested in the presence of medical illnesses and have perhaps a better understanding of the medications a person's taking for those illnesses and the interaction between them and what you might choose to use medically. For me, only about half of my patients are on medications.
Okay, and I think that's important to note because a lot of my viewers fear that they're going to go in and just be like prescribed a bunch of things.
That's right.
Take this and presto fixo.
And an intelligent and thoughtful decision is not to automatically use medications. I saw somebody yesterday, a new guy whose daughter made him come in to see me. And she thought he needed meds, and I took a history from him at some length, and he doesn't need meds. Yeah,
a lot of it can be behavioral or behavioral changes that they make, or just sometimes talking it out can make us feel a lot better. Like I just told a client yesterday, get outside. Have you been stuck inside because you're feeling down? I want you to spend 30 minutes in the sun, and then I want you to shower. And that can make us feel a lot better than, okay, let's send these to psychiatrists, take medication.
There was a study actually done comparing mild to moderate depressions with the treatment with antidepressants and exercise and better sleep, and they're equally good. The problem is that you often can't get people to do the exercise and the better sleep and stuff like that. So they don't. So sometimes you can kickstart them with the medication and then take them off the medication as they start to do things better. And they'll often say, I don't know if I'm feeling better because of the medication or because I'm doing these other things. And I'll love it. I don't know, and I don't care. I just care that you do those better things.
Exactly. And I just told them I had a video, and if I find it, I'll link it here. But I had a video where I talked about how it was important to know that medication isn't seen as a crutch. Sometimes it's that like kick in the pants you need to get going, because right now you feel like shit so much that you can't even get out of the house. And sometimes we need that little extra.
That's right.
To get us going.
And conversely, it has to be said too, there are people with deeper or more long-lasting psychological issues, especially if their history goes back to childhood or teenage years, and it's persistent. So you might indeed have to warn somebody, if this works for you, we might do it for at least a year or more, and maybe indeed, if it works for you, then we'll make a second decision. I mean, there's always a three-part thing that I'll do about the medications. One, can you if we're going to use a medication, can you tolerate the side effect? Two, does it work for you? Then I love the third question, how long do we do it?
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's based on already existing success.
Yeah, and what we're talking behaviorally is usually like a mild to moderate type of issue and something that isn't so entrenched in your life.
That's right.
So for those of you who are curious, if you're going to make an appointment, they're going to hopefully spend about an hour. Is that customary for most psychiatrists? Even we talk about like med management and not spending as much time. I think they still usually spend at least an hour.
I think that, yeah, I'm sorry for hesitating, but
No, it's okay.
I think most people, at least at an initial session, will spend more time. They have to take a history. It's just the issue of subsequent stuff, whether or not they're participating in the psychotherapy. If that person is already seeing somebody like you for active psychotherapy, then I and certainly other psychiatrists are likely to spend a shorter period of time or do it less frequently.
Yeah.
So there's a lot of people I see once a month. I'll still see them for a 45 plus minute session, but if they're in therapy, I don't want to interfere with the therapy that the other person's doing.
Yeah, we want to work together in the best way and not make you keep repeating everything. So,
but if I'm the only one person seeing, it's almost always going to be at least once a week psychotherapy and medication.
Good. Okay, so it's probably about an hour for your first appointment. After that, it's something I would ask your psychiatrist because it changes and it differs. Some of them might see you for 15 to 20 minutes. Others may see you for a longer period of time. So it's good to kind of know so you have expectations of how much time you need to allot. Also, filling out paperwork is pretty customary, and it's probably best they go through insurance. I know that that's like a total another horrible thing to talk about.
Well, it's a giant pain in the ass in that more and more people are refusing to take insurance. I do take insurance, and because for me it's a philosophical attitude. But I had a conversation with a psychiatrist who's coming here from the East, a highly trained guy, who says that all the therapists that the medical therapists that he's seeing out there are stopping taking insurance because it's a giant pain in the butt for much less payment, but to me, it's intolerable to think that I would only see people who can afford to pay.
Yeah, and it's part of what makes you such a good psychiatrist, and what I hope other people out there who are actual treating physicians or therapists is that you get into it to actually help people. And I think along with that comes working with them and trying to figure it out. And so I have a video that I will also link about getting help when funds are low, because there are a lot of things you can ask, like, do you work on a sliding scale? Can I get a super bill so I can bill my insurance? There are a lot of things and tips and tricks that we may know that I've made a video about so that you can get the help you need even if you can't really afford it.
Yeah.
So thank you so much for answering that question. I know that has been weighing on a lot of you for a long time. So click here to subscribe, and I am sitting down with Barry for more questions and answers, so make sure you don't miss it. See you next time.